Hey everyone, I'm Bri. Welcome to this week's Changelog. Today I'm joined by Jacob, and we're going to start by talking about SIMD 138. This change is deprecating the legacy vote instruction, so we will no longer have that required.
Yes. So part of this is that it makes it easier for other client developers to implement I think it's like with the vote program, because they have to implement it the exact same way. And so this is very helpful to FireDancer, to SIG, to any other client coming in the future.
Okay.
Moving on to the next commit, we have the banking stage forwarding filter. So this was a filter that is added based off of the state connections. So today, whenever you're forwarding packets from one validator to the next, I think it's like 4 hops for all packets. This one will prioritize forwarding the packets that are from state connections versus unstaked, so that whenever you're sending transactions on the network, it will lower the amount of, noise overall in the network.
So the next one is just an update to not use a hard-coded connection count. This is being used by the GETO validators.
Yes, specifically the geo relayers.
Yes.
And then moving on to the next change. So this is another change on to stake-weighted QOS. Basically, it's as the problem states here, the stake nodes with low stakes are trying to get a disproportional amount of bandwidth on the network. To avoid that, the change, what it does is it makes it to where there's a threshold on the amount of stake that you can have to be treated as unstaked or staked in Streamer QoS. Currently, the value proposed is 1/25,000th of the total amount of souls staked on the network. This is obviously not a set in stone value. This is just a starting point. And also, if you are not aware, stake-weighted QoS is not governed by consensus, but it is governed by incentives. So it is all the validators in the network are incentivized to have some form of stake-weighted QoS. This is what the default behavior is being proposed as.
Okay, so the next change, previously after simulating a transaction, a client must fetch the latest block hash. Now there is an additional field being passed through of the replacement block hash, and that is able to return the latest block hash when simulating the transaction.
Yeah, what's really cool about this one is that previously it required two different RPC calls in order to make a new transaction with updated compute units or the requested compute units. This is so that you can just simulate it, you already get the block hash, and then you move on with your life. So thank you to Stegabog on this. And our resource of the week is from Sol Andy. So on the compute budget stuff, he put out a video to talk about how you can optimize your compute budget to lower it overall for your users. Definitely check that out. It will help you overall make a better user experience for your users using your app, and also make it easier for you to be included on the block.
So here are our standouts for the StackExchange this week. We have Jacob and John, Noah, Jonas. You have Stevie and what does that say?
Dev for all.
You have Dev for all, .sol, Spaghetti, and Fuzzy Yeti.
Yeah, so for those that want to contribute to the StackExchange, it helps out all future developers that are searching their problems on Google. Definitely try to help out, and we will look forward to shouting your name out on this in the future. That's all we have today for this week's Changelog. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week for more changes on Solana.